the number of children here and there. I think the last time when we had a conversation, one thing was quite evident that, look, our parents' generation had a more extended living. I mean, we lived with our extended families and everybody helped in raising children. So it was quite easy to have a lot of children. From the comments that our friends also who called in shared, it turns out that a lot of people are reducing the number of children that they have because we all have busier lives. There's not much help because of the nuclear setting that we actually live in. How to find somebody to even take care of your children on your vacation. Like, it's a lot of work taking care of children. So people would rather have just a few that they can handle on them, by themselves than having a lot of children, right? But even when you have 1, 2, or 3, it's still a very daunting task taking care of children. When you have a 9-to-5, when you have your own business and you have to juggle all that with raising children. So what do a lot of families do? They turn to employ house helps, living maids, servants, and people who can help them take care of the children, the home. So nowadays, behind every clean home or a calm morning, there's often an unsung hero. Or maybe a hidden headache. In many homes, house helps are both a necessity and a gamble. Some become family. Others become the reason why you have gray hair. And sometimes they test your sanity, huh? So today, let's explore the story with house helps. What is it with you and your family? What has the story been? Has it been a very, very helpful one? A pleasurable one? There are those who actually have very, very committed servants and helps who make sure everything is fine at home. And there are those who actually are unable to keep their house helps for even a month. Yeah, there are people who talk about how Charlie they change house helps like every 2 months. Like, you know what I mean? I want to hear the stories, the good, the bad, the ugly, the never again. What are those stories? Let's hear you. 0302 216 541. So right after this, we'll activate the phone line so you can call me and share those stories with me on 0302 216 541, or you can send me a WhatsApp message on 055 1111 997.
Hey, of course. You know we have been friends since childhood, and we always tell each other everything.
Oh, Cynthia, I know that. And that is why you're my best friend.
We even eat together, and I have spare keys to your room. I also know your phone password.
Cynthia, don't I also know your phone password?
Yes, so. But what about your Momo PIN?
No way.
Indeed, Akos. Your Momo PIN is your secret. Do not share your PIN for any reason or give your PIN to someone to send cash on your behalf. Debida, never give out your PIN or OTP as a means of claiming a so-called promotional prize one. Your PIN is like your toothbrush. It only belongs to you. Stay alert.
MTN. Hey, welcome back to work.
Charlie, thanks, bro.
The malaria really knocked you down, eh?
Charlie, no joke. Hey, fever, headache, vomiting, loss of appetite. I couldn't even eat my usual fufu.
You and fufu.
How we go do it?
I hope you got tested before the malaria treatment.
Oh, yes, I did. And thanks to Malatu, I kicked out malaria one time.
Sharp. Anyway, sorry to ruin your excitement, but your boss asked of you.
Okay.
She says she has plenty work for you.
No problem, Charlie. Strength day.
You see,
When malaria strikes, take Malatu, containing Artemether and lumefantrine. Comes in tablet and suspension for the effective treatment of malaria in adults and children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malatu is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ah, my little ones, gather around. Once upon a time in the heart of Accra, a man in his fancy car sought directions. But oh, the Ghanaian way.
Hello, bro. Good afternoon. Can you please show me where the Presby Church is?
Go straight. 10 left at the big mango tree with the broken branches with most of the mangoes falling. Ask there. Anybody will show you.
And when the Black Stars take to the field, every Ghanaian becomes a coach. Ah, the sacred cue for our beloved Gobe. As you wait patiently, rehearsing the perfect vibes. These, my dear ones, are some few moments that make our Ghana truly special. And as we share these stories, let us also remember a plate of lily rice, connecting our hearts through the flavors of our culture. Special moments are worth celebrating with lily rice. Lily rice, ye nimno free tete. This advert is FDA approved.
All right, 0302216541. You can WhatsApp me on 05511119997. Today we get to talk about the unsung heroes in most cases. In some cases, like I said, the hidden headache that you have. Have you had to engage the services of a help? How did it turn out? How do you manage them? Are there some very important rules you put in place in your house to make sure they're helpful? Have they been helpful? Do you have helps that have turned into family? My friend was telling me how one of their helps was so good to them and the children that the children actually missed her when she's away. Ask, oh, where's auntie, this, auntie, that? You know, they become a part of the family. In some cases, there are those that you literally don't want to leave their kids in their care. You have to supervise them like at every point. You have to retrain and train them again over and over again. What's your story with helps? Have you had to engage some? What has the experience been? I actually understand that now there are actually agencies that help people with, people who offer these services. There are also families that have vowed never to engage the services of a help. Yeah, they would rather, shoulder the burden regardless of how difficult it is. Let's hear the story. 0302216541. Has it been helpful? What do you like about them? Or what don't you like? What has the experience been? Let's hear you. You can WhatsApp me on 055-1111-997. Priscilla says, Lexis, the one we had left after 1 month. Priscilla, can you share why? I'm curious. What happened? Let me know, okay? All right. Hello?
Hello? Odadi Lexis.
Yes, sir. Senior Odadi, how are you?
We did.
Nice. What's your name?
Abdul Razak.
Okay, Abdul Razak. Let's hear you.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. Some of us, it was nannies that raised us. Yeah, but unfortunately, things have changed now. You can't really trust them like that. So you have to leave them, you have to pay attention. You sleep with one of your eyes open.
Oh, wow.
You have to stay. You don't know how the person was raised.
Yeah.
So you have to, at least for the beginning, make sure the person is doing the right things before you let it go.
Yeah. Now, in your case, you say that nannies raised you, right?
Yes, yes.
Tell me about that experience. How was it like? How great were they at raising you? And why were they the ones that raised you?
Both parents were busy.
Okay, your parents were busy.
Busy, yes. I was a bit older. So they had to employ some nannies to take care of the younger siblings.
Okay.
But now they have become family.
Right.
They stayed with us until they got married. Two of them, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we still see them around.
2 nannies?
Yes, 2 nannies.
How many siblings did you have?
I had 4.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a handful.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I can imagine. I see. But do you employ nannies now?
Yes, actually, one is currently in high school.
Okay.
Yes, so anytime we get one, we make sure she goes through school.
Mm-hmm.
We only have her when she's on vacation.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But earlier you mentioned that you have to sleep with one eye open. Was there something that triggered that?
You just don't have to trust them like that. I've had instances where people come like this as young as 13 years, and she came to the house with family planning. So you don't expect such a person to raise your kid.
Wait, family planning? What?
Yes, her parents did it for her before she left to the village.
Oh.
Yes. So,
wow.
yeah.
I see.
You have to pay attention.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Well, thank you so much for sharing yours as well, okay? All right, senior. That's interesting, eh? Well, let's hear you. 0302-216-541. All right, let's see who's here. Hello.
Hi, Lexis.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Nice.
Yourself?
I'm okay, thank you. What's your name?
Marianne.
Marianne. All right, Marianne, talk to me.
Okay, so I've had quite a number of households, but some of them could not stay for very good reasons. There was one that I had for just a couple of days, and then her mom was very sick, so she had to leave.
Okay.
But I had one for 7 years. I have 2 boys, so I had a male nanny, more or less. If that's the word.
Oh, okay.
And he was very, very helpful. However, when he came initially, he wanted to go because he was so used to communal and we were not living like that. So we just had to help him get used to that kind of living. And he's also become part of the family. And then we had, when I was growing up, we had one for 17 years. I said it the other day when I called. Yes. So if you treat them well and make them feel like they're part of the family, most of them would also treat you well.
Right.
Basically, that's what it is.
So the one that you said was used to communal living.
Yes.
What does that entail from his perspective, and what did you do to reshape his thinking?
Oh, we just had to let him know that there are different ways of living, and both are okay. So we had to find out some of the things that he liked. He was not educated, and when he came to our house, he used to. We used to watch a lot of foreign movies. So then I just decided to start watching Ejako, and you could see he really enjoys that.
Yeah.
Because then I like watching these soap operas and things. But I realized that when you tell him to come to the sitting room, my wait and so we just decided, okay, let's. And then anytime there's the Jacko and those things, he gets really, really excited.
Right.
And because he had done so much for us, I also decided to get a nursery teacher to teach him so that at least we could also learn how to speak English and everything. So he left our home having been able to speak at least conversational English.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah. So is that why you can recite all Ejako's movies?
Not really. I didn't like some of it because so when my kids were young.
Yeah.
So I didn't want them to learn that. So I'll try to find some that are okay, you know.
Yeah.
You have to create a balance somewhere.
Yeah.
And after a while, we started introducing Nigerian movies when he started learning the English, and then he started enjoying that as well.
Oh, that's good. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing, Myron. Have
You're
a
welcome.
good day, okay? All right. That's interesting, huh? Let's see what our friends here also on the WhatsApp have to say. You can call us on 0302-216-541, okay? 0302-216-541. Okay. Lexis, this house help thing is two-sided. I, for one, lived with multiple... okay, let me try and pull up the messages. I'm sorry. It's quite a lengthy one. I, for one, lived with multiple house helps from about 3 years old to the university. There was one particular one who stayed with us for about 10 years, and he was like an older brother to me. I'll never forget him. I'm hoping to bump into him one of these days and bless him and the family if he's still alive. However, there was one, Lexis, would you believe if I told you he was into juju? He told me about how he speaks to dwarfs, he can charm ladies, among several other things, and my parents, who are staunch Christians, had no idea, even till date. My sister also had one house help who was passing certain comments around her daughter. Apparently, the house help was a lesbian. Lexis, can you imagine? If my niece didn't tell my sis about this, by now they probably would have initiated her too. But all in all, when you get a very good house help, it's a blessing. So I believe parents should open their eyes when they are selecting. Okay, thank you for sharing. That's an interesting one, eh? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Nice. What's your name, bro?
Saint OJ.
All right, Saint OJ, talk to me.
Okay, so Lexis, I would like to share my story. Can I call myself a nanny? A nanny is always woman.
Say that again?
A nanny is always woman.
You're a nanny, my brother.
So I would like to share my story.
Yeah.
Living with somebody else and growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was given a lot of privileges. I was more or less like the firstborn of the family. And I knew how to do everything, how to cook, how to wash, how to go to the market with my basket with the white lace in it and all that. But what I observe in that position is that sometimes you'll find those, I would love to say, the siblings. I mean, they are my siblings by now.
Yeah.
They may be older than you or of the same age, but they wouldn't do, the parents will not let them do the things they will ask you to do. And I think that is one of the major challenges I had to do with living with nannies. So, for instance, if you have a daughter who is 12 years, and then you have a girl, a maid servant or whatever living with you, that is also 12 years. What's the point? So your daughter will eat, and then the girl will come for the bowl and go and wash it for her. You know. And so I think sometimes you also have to look at training our own children to do most of the things. I agree. I mean, sometimes at a tender age, you may have somebody. But there are times you will find the nanny and the children almost of the same age, and the nanny is doing everything. You know, one of the instances, Lexis, I don't know if you love to hear. There was a day, the girl, that is my sister, my fufu and my goat light soup had been giving me Lexis. I was going to wash my hands to come and fire it. This girl stood by me for no reason whatsoever. She did, and then the sputum pump into my food.
Oh, wow.
And the mom was scared what I was going to do. But I think growing up, I had a very huge emotional intelligence. So I just scooped the sputum, threw it away, And I fired my fufu.
That's all.
And the woman was so amazed. And for that reason, they made sure I went to school at least up to senior high. I think then it was called secondary school.
I see.
You know.
Wow.
So it has its downsides and it has its advantages too.
Yeah.
And I think if it is properly managed, you form a family.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the worst thing is when you enter a house and you can easily tell that this is the nanny, this is the house help, and then these are the children. That is where, as they grow, they will form wicked ideas about you, and sometimes, if they execute it, you will find yourself in the same position as Cecilia Adapa. Work with God, amen.
Well. Interesting. Well, thank you so much, Saint OJ, for sharing yours. Yeah. Okay. Now this one here says, Lexis, my walk-in house help made me lose out on a new job when she did not turn up on the morning of the job interview just because it rained that morning. Wow. That must be heart-wrenching. I'm so sorry about that. Eesh. Hello?
Hello, Lexis.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is Lawe.
All right, Lawe. Talk to me.
Lawe from Betchuru.
All right, Lawe.
You know, some of the house helps are very good. I know of a lady. She's a friend of my wife. My wife is a seamstress. They say this lady stay with the people for a very long time, and even to the extent that the woman she was staying with recommended her for his son at the U.S. to marry the lady, and they got married. And though the lady is here, the guy used to come every December, and they are living happily. So some of the house helps are very good.
Okay.
Those that are good, they always make it in life.
Yeah.
So this is my experience because of the lady I know of.
Yeah.
That's why I got to share this story.
That's a good one. Thank you so much for sharing. Mirabel, who sent the earlier message, says, Lexis, I love Joy so much that my 2-year-old can sing one of your jingles and some of the songs you play on Joy. And she shared an audio. Mirabel, please make sure I hear this audio that she sent, okay? I'd totally love to hear it, okay? Thank you so much for your message. And Isaka also sends me a message and says, oh, let me try and pull up Isaka's message. Yeah, growing up, my mom had several of them and they became part of the family. Even for others, we represent their families for marriage. Until I had 2 teenage house helps who became the human CCTV camera in my marital home. My husband will call them for all that I do in the house. It was really chaotic till we finally divorced. I take the opposite direction whenever the name house help is mentioned. Oh, wow. They became the human CCTV in your marital home. And what, your husband will call them for all that you do in the house? Eish. Wait. All that you do, does it involve... it's okay. Wow. But that must be really, really... wow. Interesting stories there. Hello?
Good afternoon. I hope you're doing well.
Good afternoon. I'm well. How are you?
Also well. I got interrupted a bit somehow along the line. Is it about living, growing up as a child, or I want you to repeat the topic for me?
It's about house helps, basically. That's all.
Is it?
It's about house helps and nannies.
House help.
Yes.
Oh, okay. For me, I'm just putting myself into marital status, but I have an experience. With my bosses and the wife and how it has gotten to. The wife narrated a certain story or gave out a certain secret for the house help to get to know. And she also, spoke to the husband when the husband didn't know what was going on. Then later on, a woman had to travel to UK with the plans of taking the husband and the children, and the man said he won't go. Then the man told her, I will marry when you go. It is creating a lot of problem. And now it has gone to a point that the house help had to leave the house because she spoke to the husband and it is reflecting some danger in the house. Understand? So for me, because of career woman and all sorts of things, that's why sometimes they take house help. But for me, it is very dangerous.
Okay.
The woman had a hole in her, and she couldn't do a lot, including driving banku and other stuff. So for that one, it is understandable. But as I'm talking to you, the marriage is shaking. So I think the house help issue is a bit of a problem.
Okay. Thank you so much, Joseph, for your thoughts there as well. Well, thanks a lot for sharing all your stories. Very interesting stories that we've learned today, yeah? Well, Bliss says, Lexis, my mom and auntie had one who took care of her children when they were young, and now my auntie's daughter has given birth in America, and this same nanny has joined them in the USA. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. When nannies become family, you know? The most important thing is treating them well. When you give them access to your home, you need to make them family if they're good people as well, yeah? It goes both ways. Yeah? And if you find yourself in that position as well,